Good morning to all my fairy followers. It's Food Garden Friday. I have already done some pre-work before I even get taking these photos and pictures and video. I planted these Boston cucumbers in here. There's quite a few. So everything in there, I spent $3.50 for the Boston, for all of them, the Boston cucumbers. And maybe I spent like $2 or $3 for some new soil on top, but no more than that. So would that be $5, $6? We'll say $6 to redo this one. I pulled everything out. I don't know what that thing there is coming out of it, but I left it alone. I don't know if it's an onion seed or something else, or a bulb. You know, I'm always planting bulbs. It confuses me what I have and what I don't. Now, the containers I've already paid and bought, so we're not using the cost of them. And most of the soil in here has been in here since fall. The tomato cages are not new either. They're 3 or 4 years old. And in here I have Brussels sprouts. These we're not going to count either because I already had them in here. I grew them from seeds, and I just took out the other plants that were in here and just leaving the Brussels sprouts alone. So maybe I spent $2 putting some fresh soil on top and a little bit of worm castings and left them alone. And of course I put free grass clippings in both to keep the moisture in. Okay, I'm going to plant a tomato back here and maybe a few things that are going to be low growing along the ground. I have all these sweet peas in here, and I don't want to mess them up because I want them to seed for next year. So I'm just going to let them go ugly and seed. So we'll come back and see how it looks once I get my tomato in there. Well, I placed some banana peels at the bottom of my little trench here, and I'm going to put some napkins on top of that. And on top of that, I'm going to put some worm casting, and then I'm going to put another, probably a foot of fresh soil on top to put my put my tomatoes in. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and try 2 because I'm going to pull all this out probably in another 3 or 4 weeks. So when that tomato gets needing more room, the tomato will have plenty of room. Well, I have all my napkins laid out over my banana peels now, and now I'm going to put some worm castings on top. Well, the worm castings are now on top. Now I'm going to put some fresh soil. Well, I'm all done with this area for right now. As you can see, as I just said earlier, these are all cleaned out and doing very well. These are my Boston cucumbers, and these were my Brussels sprouts. And over here is where I planted my tomatoes and my carrots. Well, I'm done for now, as you can see. I have my 2 tomatoes in. This is my black cherry. It's a small dark tomato. And here's an apricot, Amy's apricot tomato, and it's going to be sort of a small tomato too, and it's going to be sort of orange. I planted rainbow carrots in between, and so this wasn't really all that expensive. I think I spent on this little part right here $7 for the 2 tomato plants, maybe 5 cents or 10 cents on the carrot seeds I already had, and I probably spent another maybe $5 on new soil on top. So I'm trying to think what the total cost of this area would have been. It wouldn't have been that much. It would be 7. Maybe we'll talk all the containers I have here. At the most would have been 1 bag, and I don't even think I used the whole bag, probably more like a half. But we'll say like maybe 5 here, no, 350, 357. $7 for the tomatoes, $7 for soil brings it up to $14. So I think this whole little thing here, including all the tomato cages I already had, I think it came to maybe about $14 for everything. Because most of these containers I already had all the plants. Oh, I take that back. Bad me. I forgot I had these over here. So when you add that in, that would be 14, 20, maybe we'll say $21 for everything in all this area. And it may have not even been that much. So so we'll say $21. This all costs a total at the most $21 or less. That's including these 2 containers and this area back here. So that's all there is for now. Please, if you like this little update, please go down there, pick the like button, and tell all your friends about it. Like I said, this is a very, very small garden. It's not very big. We're doing a little piece at a time. And I will come back through here probably in like a month, and I will do an update of all the gardens that we have redone and showed you what it started like in the beginning before I cleaned it out and what it looks like after. So don't forget, push that like button. Please share this with all your family and friends. Bye bye for now.